Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Antiheroes Anonymous, or welcome for the first time if it's your first time joining us. I'm Ethan, and I'm the Dungeon Master for this 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons show. I will have some announcements and a recap for all of you, but before we dive into any of that, Nick, would you go ahead and kick off a quick round of player introductions?
Sure. Hi, I'm Nick. I play Embers of White Ash, the Tabaxi Sun Soul Monk.
Hi, I'm Kay, and I play Lady Elwyn Amalos, who is the Elvish Circle of the Land Druid.
Hello, I'm Melissa, and I play Charm, the Thryking Keeper Ranger.
Nice arm movement. Hi, I'm Zach, and I play Vert, the Changeling Armor Artificer.
Thank you, everyone. Like I mentioned, we have some announcements. First of all, we premiere our episodes on YouTube on Mondays at 7 p.m. Pacific time. Also throughout the show, we use a variety of custom items, as well as custom lineages, custom monsters, all that good custom stuff, so be aware of that as you're watching. The character portraits, which you'll see all over the layout, were drawn by a variety of artists, so be aware, check the description for links and information about that. If you need a refresher on anything that's going on in this campaign, you can check out our campaign wiki at World Anvil. There's a page on there called The Story So Far that is pretty much up to date, so you can get caught up quick there. Other than that, you can check the video description for links and information to everything I just mentioned and more, including some links to some Black Lives Matter and Stop Asian Hate resources. And then finally, you can follow us on Twitter at Antiheroes Anon, and we just hope you enjoy the show, share it with your friends, and come back to watch some more. Let's go ahead and roll the intro video and dive right on into it. And welcome back. The Silver Seekers find themselves in the Underdark city of Erudition, searching for Elwyn's missing mother. However, the city is currently being torn apart, both literally and figuratively. Literally, by the eroding winds of a primal nexus far below, as well as figuratively by a debate over whether to request divine aid for the city's situation. The Seekers helped the Erudite Collective build an apparatus to get down to the Nexus below, where they sent Cephalosk of the League of Terrors running and broke his hold over the Yuan Ti Kashura. All that now remains is for Vert and Night Mantis to construct a Guardian to reseal the Nexus, thereby quelling the winds that ravage the city above. But, as is always the case, it might not be quite that easy. So I will reset the scene for you, and then we'll dive back into it. And yeah, I know you're all sick of this map by now, but Zach, you can share the Roll20 map again if you want.
You have to bring us over there first.
Oh, right, I do, don't I?
Then I will share it.
Right, I do. You find yourselves at the bottom of this deep chasm, faced by this glowing well, this large structure made of stone filled with a strange, not quite liquid material, and carved with these ancient divine runes. Most of you stand in front of a portal at the far end of the chasm that Cephalosk fled through, looking towards the Nexus now, considering how to deal with it best. And watching as 4 large scaled wings unfold where they were previously cramped within the force field that contained the Nexus. Now they are free to stretch, and you can see that these just huge, they don't look like dragon wings or like, bat wings or anything like that. They're clearly avian wings, but where there should be feathers, each feather is instead like this hard scale. And these 4 wings are stretching and unfurling as wind once again erupts from the Nexus, filling the chasm with gale force winds, buffeting against you and threatening to overwhelm. And so we are going to pick up right there again. Oops, this is not the one I wanted, is it? Nope. For this next part, I will let you decide. We can do it 2 different ways. We could do it in a traditional initiative, where everyone rolls and that determines the order. Or what we can do is still kind of keep a loose rounds structure. So like everyone acts and then you get another chance to act, but you guys can kind of act in whatever order you want. And then I will act in between. Up to you. Whichever one you'd rather do.
I'd vote for a loose initiative.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to still keep the structure that once you've acted, you can't really act until everyone else has had a chance to go. But other than that, we'll keep it loose.
Okay. And just a clarity point. So the wings are unfurled because the last stone has broken that was blocking the barrier. Is that correct?
They've unfurled. They erupted from the Nexus originally as a result of whatever Cephalosk was doing.
Right. But then I pancaked it.
Then you pancaked it and kind of cramped them back down. And now that the pancake force field is gone, they're unfurling again.
Okay. And it's gone.
And this is all very reminiscent to the Cold Nexus, where those tentacles were coming out of the Nexus. It's very similar.
Okay.
The force field it broke while you guys were futzing with the machines. It ran out of time.
Got it.
Okay.
The crystals broke.
But on that topic, you and Night Mantis put something together.
Yes.
And now you've had a chance to think about it. Vert, did you want to tell us what that looks like?
Yeah. From the memory that Nihedon shared with me, I did my best with Night Mantis's help to reconstruct out of one of the vehicles like a sort of look-alike, like a dragon form for Nihedon that might have, I know it's probably not as detailed as he was in life, but a representative form at least. So I don't know.
And did you decide? No, did you decide you wanted it to be like a small or like a medium size thing? Medium size thing. So this thing is about the size of a person, and it is mostly made of metal because the materials were kind of foraged from the apparatus and various things that Vert had in his backpack. But in general, it has the kind of long, elongated shape of a 4-legged dragon with wings that hinge off of its back as well. But it looks altogether empty and lifeless so far at this point.
I was wondering why one of the apparatuses was crossed out. I was like, I don't remember that getting busted.
I got a trophy.
Night Mantis and Bert scavenged parts from it.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
I didn't want to say anything, but sorry.
That's okay. The only other housekeeping thing before we launch into this part, unless you guys have a specific idea that involves Kashura, she's going to pretty much sit this one out.
Okay.
Just because I don't want to deal with her. So it's just kind of assumed that narratively she is kind of unsure what to do to plug into this situation right now, unless one of you has something to propose that she can help with. So
I have one possible thing. Are the similar to the tentacles in the Ice Nexus, are the wings sort of thrashing, and are they about to look pretty much like hostile and start wrecking havoc? Because she could try and
yes.
Okay. She could try and get their attention So Night Mantis and I can like do our thing without being, attacked.
Yeah,
Maybe that's
possibly.
something she could do.
Well, again, I think she's going to need to be like on a command basis,
Yes,
or like
exactly.
tag teaming with us. Like you can't just give her a command and have her act autonomously, as Ethan's point, because he doesn't want to control her.
Yeah, I guess just for the narrative's sake, I would probably look towards the rest of everybody and say, keep those things distracted while Night Mantis and I finish this, please.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we're on it.
one other bookkeeping thing, I still have Fox's Cunning.
Yes.
So, yeah.
It lasts
So
an hour, so yeah. Until I lose concentration.
Concentration, yeah, okay, got it.
Yep.
But you have the Mind Sharpener that hasn't been used yet,
Sure
so
do.
you can... Okay,
Yep.
cool. All right, cool.
Yep.
So what's the next step, Ethan? What do we gotta do?
Right. So you managed to secure Nihedon's allegiance, which was step 1, the secret step 1, which I didn't tell you about.
Secret step 1.
Because Nihedon was mad at you, but now that you've sworn
Was he
to
mad
kill
at-
Emperor,
Aw.
he was mad at you. But now that
Okay.
you've sworn to kill Emperor Stratos with him, he's
Secretly.
pleased with you.
Yeah.
Wait, why was he mad?
Because I looked at his memory without asking, probably.
Mhm. That's exactly right. Yeah.
Okay.
I know my mind, buddy.
Step 2 was to create a body. You did that. You have a body for the thing.
Mhm.
Step 3 is
Some Dr. Frankenstein shit.
where it starts to get a little bit harder.
The lie! Okay.
Now you have to interact with the existing seal of the Nexus. You're going to have to effectively modify this ancient magic with the objective of, in simple terms, making it portable.
Okay.
So, what that comes down to is it's going to be, where is it in my notes? Arcana or intelligence tools checks, basically. And I won't tell you how many or what DC you need to hit.
Okay.
But bad things will happen if you mess things up at this point.
Jesus, don't say that.
Yep.
Okay. And is this a thing that Night Mantis and I can both do independently?
You can both do it independently, or Night Mantis can help you.
So
Or
I'm asking
you can help
'cause-
Night Mantis, either
I'm
way.
asking because I have advantage on intelligence.
Right.
So she could do her own and I could do my own at advantage.
Yep.
Okay. Maybe that's what we'll do because she's really good at Arcana.
That's
so,
true.
Yeah, go for it. So that's what Night Mantis and Vert are going to do, is we're going to start doing those
Okay.
skill checks.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to take the first action then?
Yeah, do it.
Unless other people want to,
Just do it. You already know what you're doing.
Okay.
Just do it.
that's fine. Cool. So, Vert started off, it's be all right.
So do you rush up to the Nexus then? Because for this next part, for the most part, you're gonna have to be pretty much right up next to this Nexus.
Then yes, I will. Were we? Were we over there before? I thought we were next to the machines. Night Mantis and Vert.
Night Mantis was, but I moved her over because there was a little bit of downtime between
I see.
creating the construct and because you
Okay.
guys did some healing and stuff.
Okay, so how close?
I think we did the healing while they were working on the construct. So my memory was also that Night Mantis and Bert were over by the actual constructs while everybody else was kind of.
Well, I didn't move Vert. He's
Oh, was I just there?
You
I guess I
didn't
just
move
never
yourself
moved
either.
myself.
okay.
Is what?
Yeah, because you went to
That's
save
okay.
Charm,
We can
and then
we
didn't
can
move
put you both
ourselves.
over by the machine.
Okay, how close do I need to be to the to interact with the Nexus?
The
we
runes
probably won't.
aren't like you'd have to be like pretty much. We'll say 15 feet for this step because the runes do spiral off of it. They're not 100% contained to the well itself.
So
I see.
I think that's as far as I can get. Is that close enough? With
Yeah,
one
so
movement?
you're working with this rune right here, basically.
Is that right? The spiral ones. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. Thank you, Nick.
The outer spiral runes are just. We'll say they don't quite count, but yeah, if you can get to within like 15 feet of the Nexus, yeah, you're good.
Cool.
For this step.
Back to my dice roll. So you said it was tools arcana or tools intelligence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that would be. So that is 21.
21. Okay. Yeah, you kind of dash in and try and get up next to the Nexus, and you make it to one of these runes that's on the ground, one of the glowing runes, and you start getting to work, altering and modifying. And as soon as you come into contact with this rune and start observing it from like an academic perspective, you realize a few things. First, these runes kind of spiraling out directly from it are different from the ones that are on the Nexus itself. These seem to be carved more recently, and you realize it was probably by Cephalosk, because as you touch it, you can feel a bit of the intent of whoever carved and worked these runes. And you can feel that what Cephalosk was attempting to do here was to unseal the Nexus entirely. So far, it has only been kind of cracked, right? And what you realize is that Cephalosk was, or had, basically succeeded on unsealing the Nexus on this side, but there's more to the seal than that. There's a portion of the seal that is anchored within the plane of air itself, and when Cephalosk was outstretching his hand towards the Nexus, that's what he was working on. And so you start to set to work modifying these runes and altering and changing it to suit your purposes, and you can mark one success.
Oh, okay. The number of successes. 1. That's cool. I like those little lore drops. Okay. Do you want Night Mantis to go next, team? You can do the same thing. Okay, so she'll run up basically with Vert, and we'll just start working on like a pair of runes together and looking at them and sharing notes. And here's Night Mantis's check. Oh, 16 on the dice. That's pretty dang good. And that's a plus. I think she has a plus 7. Let me see. Plus 7 to Arcana, so that is a 23.
Okay. Yeah, she runs up next to you and sets to work as well. And you can see that she's trying to hold on to a book, right? All of her notes that she took from, working with the researchers up in Erudition. And she is frantically working to alter the runes as well. Another success.
Wonderful. Do we notice any like physical changes from these successes to the Wind Nexus? Or is it
not yet?
Not yet. Okay.
Well, you probably see all of the runes that are actually on the well itself begin to glow.
Mm-hmm.
And even as you're watching them, you're not quite sure if it's like a trick of the eye or anything like that, but you feel like some of them start to move across the surface a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yep. After that, one of these wings in the Nexus beats furiously. Can you make a strength saving throw?
No. Oh, God. Oh, it's a 5.
Okay. You are thrown back 30 feet by a blast of focused wind from this creature within the Nexus. And you're knocked prone, and let's see, how many feet did you fly?
Back to start, 30 feet.
30. And yeah, you would strike against the remains of that Nexus there. So I need you to take 9 points of damage.
Ouch.
As you are thrown back and knocked prone against the remains of the apparatus.
That's very not nice. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So 9 points, that's 4. So. Alright, so my temp HP is gone. And I'm at 17 HP now. Got it. Yep. Cool. Do you need Night Mantis to make the same save or just me?
Nope.
Okay. Then we are done.
I'm basically only going to make my moves at the end of player turns.
Got it.
Okay.
So, who wants to do something next?
Well, I know what I'm gonna do. Do you know what you're gonna do, Charm?
I was just going to ask about everybody's health. Am I the only one still like at 7?
Well,
HP?
we all took a couple potions at the end of the last session. So if you
Yeah.
didn't add those, you didn't drink
I
your
did.
potions.
I did, but I only got like 7 HP from it.
From drinking 2 potions.
I guess you rolled real low.
I thought the 7 HP was from someone healing you.
That was one potion that was given to you.
To raise you up, but I don't think we talked about having a potion at the end because you pulled them off of your
Yeah, Vert gave me potions. It's 2d4 plus 2, 7 HP.
That was to bring you up from being down. But then while we were waiting for Vert and Night Mantis to build their thing, we all drank 2 potions that you took
2
off of your robe.
potions. Okay, so 2 potions each. See, I thought that was for you guys.
Oh no,
It would have been
everyone got those.
You had 6, right, or 8?
Okay, all right.
8.
So it's 4d4, 44 plus 4.
Well, I
then.
mean, it's your choice though. If you wanted to like cast a healing
However many
spell
you wanna
instead of
drink.
doing a
But we
potion.
didn't want to waste our spells. That's why we decided
I'll
to
drink. I'll drink the potion too. Okay.
Okay.
Really low. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
5, 6. I rolled 3 once.
Oh
Oof.
no.
7 plus 4. Okay, so I get 11 more. All right, that's all I wanted to know. You can go, Embers.
Okay. Embers is gonna use fill on agility because I assume she's just kind of been hanging out here for a minute.
Recover.
And is gonna go and be aggravating and take the dodge action.
So does she step up onto the wall of the Nexus?
She's gonna try.
Okay.
dear.
You can. You are right in the middle of the gale that is just filling this entire chamber right now. Make a perception check while you're there.
Okay. I don't think that's 15.
The substance within the Nexus, this glowing, almost liquid, almost gas. It's kind of hard to tell what it is, but it is roiling as if something beneath it is moving. And for a brief second, you swear you see a gargantuan eye looking up at you. And behind the eye, you can make out the face of some creature. It seems to be like the wicked bill of or beak of like a bird of prey, kind of looking up at you from underneath the surface of this, and then it disappears back under the churning substance.
Okay. It's creepy.
Yep. What do you want to do?
Oh, I took the dodge action.
Dodge action. Okay.
Gonna be aggravating.
Ooh. Well then, can you make a dexterity saving throw? And dodge might give you advantage on that. I'm not sure.
Let me check real quick. I think you're right though. Yeah, I make dex save with advantage.
Not that you'll
That's
need it.
Great. Well, it's great for me. I mean, I am the person who rolled a Christmas save at one. Notoriously that one time. I might need this actually. It's a 15.
Ooh. Yeah, that's not quite enough.
Oof.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I rolled a 7 and 5 on die.
One of the wings.
Why'd you have to curse yourself? Why'd you have to jinx
One of the wings basically flips you up into the air, and as it does so, it creates a whirlwind that hurls you up into the air 10 feet.
Okay.
And you are restrained there and can make a saving throw at the start of your next turn.
Okay.
Elwyn. Or sorry, we're doing whatever order.
Whatever order. I mean, I don't really have anything to do other than maybe try to get within 60 feet of Vert so that I can be available to heal him if he needs it.
Okay.
So I'll just maybe, I don't know. How far are you right now? That's quite far.
A long ways away.
Yeah, but if I double move, I can get to here.
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll be probably in a good spot. So that's, I'm not going to remember which square I was pointing to, but I
I
think
think it was
around
here.
here. Yeah. I'll just basically book it over there just so I can be out of danger, so I can concentrate on my spell, but also within range of being able to pick someone up if they get knocked down. And that's
Okay.
what I'm doing.
Can you make a dexterity saving throw?
Do I have to?
Yeah.
I would rather not. Oh, it's decent, perhaps. 17.
That's exactly what you needed.
Fuck.
One of these wings beats, and a whirlwind comes running, or like rushing towards you, and it tries to rip your staff out of your hand and fling it across the room. But you hold on to it.
Hmm.
Can I ask something real
Mhm.
quick? This cordon of arrows is, I think, still active, and it's never done anything. And now
It was
it's
a
got action.
snare.
It's
Oh,
a
it's
snare,
a snare. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It lasts for 8 hours, but nothing's happened to it yet.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all of your enemies were flying, unfortunately, before.
Yeah. Well, I was worried about whatever was coming out of there, and I thought, I'll set a snare.
It still could have an effect,
Snare the giant
Um,
wing. Oh no.
which
Snare.
leaves Charm.
Okay. So, where are you, Embers?
I'm
Oh.
10 feet above this spot.
Oh, there you are. Okay, I see you in the Nexus. Okay. All right. So, making sure is out of it. I don't want to set another snare because I don't want them to be in our way while he's working on those. So, I think I'm going to make my way over to the other side for Night Mantis. 10, 15, 25, 30. So I'll move here, and I will hold an action to attack the Nexus if it hurts one of my party members.
Okay. Can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Ron is not my strong suit, but it's a 19.
That's good. That's more than what you needed. The directionality of the wind reverses for a moment, and you feel like you gasp as air is tried. Like this thing attempts to pull air from your lungs.
Ooh.
You avoid suffocating.
Oh, good.
Back around to the top, so anyone can take an action now.
I can just do mine real quick.
Okay.
But unfortunately, I don't think I can make it vert there because I lose half my movement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up, move my 15, and cast Guidance on myself. Is that touch? Or is it... I
You
think
can
it's
certainly touch
Yeah.
yourself.
I'm going to give myself Guidance.
The look, Nick just. Yeah.
And Night Mantis will also give me that look, but she'll
Yep.
do...
Stop touching yourself, brother.
Not now. Not ever.
This is not the time.
She'll do her check. Oh, it's not as good as before. Night Mantis, that's only a 16. Is it enough? 3 successes?
Does she do it from there, or does she run up to try and get closer?
Yeah, I guess she could run up and get closer now that we have the opportunity. So she can get right up here to the base.
Okay. And you said a 16, right?
9 plus 7. So, yep, 16.
Did you use the guidance?
It's on
Guidance
me, not
was on
her.
Vert.
I can't.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I don't have that long. I don't have Bonk's arms.
Okay. Because of Cephalosk's 3 successes
Oh no.
on what he was doing, Night Mantis
Oh,
runs
no.
up and starts attempting to alter the runes. And Vert, from where you're standing, you can see the mistake that she makes.
Oh no.
Everything changes in an instant. the runes on the Nexus glow brightly, and instead of a subtle shift around the well, they begin to spin around it fast. And Night Mantis kind of stands back and like throws her hands up, like confused at what went wrong. And she's like trying to look through the book to try and, check in her notes what could have just happened. A bright light fills the chamber. There is a whooshing of the wind sucking inward, and then a ripple of force outward with incredible power as the Nexus ruptures.
Oh,
Did that change go through?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Stones are thrown everywhere. The substance that was within the Nexus starts leaking out and spilling violently. Some of it hangs in the air, some of it clings to the ground. And with it, a burst of force shoots out as the Nexus is torn open. Can everyone make a strength saving throw?
No.
Sure.
Did anyone get higher than a 20?
No.
Not
Nope.
even close.
Then everyone in the room. Zach, did you roll for Night Mantis as well?
I will. No, she did not either.
Everyone in the room is hurled back, basically as far as possible to whatever the nearest wall is.
I mean,
Or,
I was
like,
already
solid
kind
structure.
of against the wall.
Yeah, you're not really hurled at all that much.
Just
I'm very nervous. Because do you see what's directly behind me?
Yep.
A portal, yep.
But there's also a rock there now.
Yeah. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
You have the dodge action, so it's still an
Yeah.
advantage.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, there's a natural 20 and a 19.
Okay,
So-
you can grab onto that rock if you want to.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So, how many feet was everyone hurled back?
1, 2,
5.
15.
7. 35.
35. Okay, so
25.
each of you is going to take 4 damage per 10 feet hurled back.
So 2 for 5.
Elwyn, you won't take any because you
Oh.
went less than 10.
Nice.
Is that rounded up or down? I was
So-
15, so
So I'd take
Oh,
12.
so don't worry about the 5. Basically, every even
Okay.
increment of 10.
Okay, so I'd take 12.
Okay.
Okay,
All
and
right.
then let me just double check anything else. Okay, and then from this point on, everyone in the chamber is deafened. The winds are howling. And I think that's it for the... Oh, there's one more thing that you notice. Shoot. Sorry, a lot of
Jesus.
things happened with this one. I need to roll a d4. Perfect. Just beautiful. You notice, you hear right before like you begin to feel the the deafening sensation. You hear creaking and groaning and tearing and screeching from above, and big chunks of rock begin to fall down from above.
Oh no.
Okay, but just a question, since my communication is telepathically, I can still communicate with people. Okay.
Okay. That's it. Who wants to go
Jesus.
next?
What are these red circles you've drawn on us?
rocks falling.
Mm-hmm. Those are your warning markers.
Oh god.
Yeah, I would like to try and get out of this. What are the movement restrictions at this point?
I would say that threw you out of the whirlwind, so that's good. Let's see, the regular changes apply, so flying speeds are reduced to 0, walking and climbing speeds suffer difficult terrain.
Okay, so
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. I can get here. And are we at the point where no projectiles can affect anything?
It's still the same. Physical ones are disadvantage and a -5. Non-physical is just disadvantage.
Okay, well, I guess I'll make 3 attacks at disadvantage then.
Okay.
I'm targeting, I mean, it doesn't matter, none of them taking damage, but this northeastern one.
Okay.
Okay, it's a natural 1. That'll probably hit. That's 25.
Oh, yes.
And what about a 14?
Will not quite do it. That radiant
Okay.
bolt scrapes up against the scales and ricochets off.
Okay, so minimum damage for 6 radiant damage.
Okay. I'm going to do a round of these wings basically not acting. So who wants to go next?
If I look over at Vert, can I get his attention?
Mhm.
And just start running in his direction? Okay. Because I have a spell that I can cast on him. But I need to be able to touch him. And if I can hold an action, I don't know if we can get to each other on this turn anyway. Unless he double moves.
Everyone's at half speed anyway.
We're at half speed.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Because of the wind. Yep.
Cool, I was definitely listening when you said that.
A lot's going on.
Well, my dogs are also going crazy for some reason, so I'm also dealing with that. It's a theme this week, apparently. But I think, yeah, I'll just double move and start making my way towards Vert then. That's basically all I'm doing. 1, 2. Like, where did I point? Like here? I don't want to get too close to the Nexus Goop. Maybe there. That's good.
The necklace.
The Nexus Goop is what I said. And yeah, I'm just trying to motion to Vert to be like, Mir, I have something for you. Come to me. Hand outstretched.
We can
magic
telepathically
kind of
communicate, right?
with charm. Not with each
Then-
other.
Yeah, with charm only.
Oh, okay.
Unless you cast message. But I think you still have to whisper for that. But I think it's also telepathic when that works. So anyway, that's my turn. Double moving again. Trying to get within range. Although I think, within... Anyway, someone else go now, please. Stop me from rambling.
Okay. Charm will go. So, half speed. Okay. I'll just go there. And I'll try to make my attacks at disadvantage.
Okay. You want to hit the same wing that Ember's hit?
Yep.
Disadvantage and -5, I think.
Disadvantage of -5. Oh, well, I rolled a natural
Oops.
20 and a 15.
That could hit.
Oops.
I did not mean to move this thing. Oh, goodness. How
The
is
wings
it
are
like
getting
not on a
agitated.
square at this point? Why is it off a square?
It's a great question.
That's the derpy wing.
My goodness. Yeah, this is just the derpy wing. I'm going to
That's
leave
fine.
it.
Just leave it. Yeah, that's fine. That one's a little
How
bit
did that
slower than the
happen?
others.
I don't know.
The 3 of them
Okay.
flap, and then that one
What was your
flaps a
total
little bit
charm?
afterwards.
I'm sorry.
So I rolled a natural 20 and a 15. So the 15 would take effect. So if I -5 plus my attack bonus, it's a 16.
That
that
is
hit?
just enough.
Okay. All right, so the 8. Where are you? There you are. Okay. So 5 damage.
Okay.
Let's try again. So I get 2 attacks with it. No, that one's going to be a miss. But can I try to telepathically shove one of them out because I'm within 30 feet?
Sure.
Got 5 damage on the crit.
Well, it was
I didn't get it. It was disadvantage, so I couldn't take the crit.
I thought it was. I thought it was 2 attacks, and you were like, I killed it on both of them.
It got a 17 on its strength save.
Okay, so it passes.
But you see your psychic energy push against it, and you're not quite sure you like the results because it looks like it's pulling more of this creature out of the Nexus as you shove the wing away.
Okay, so I'll have my swarm attack too then.
Oh yeah, good call.
And that's 4.
4. Pretty good.
And that's all I can do.
Okay. Which leaves... actually, I think that's everyone for the round, huh?
Has Vert gone?
Yeah, he went first.
Was first to go.
He touched himself, remember?
But since he didn't move at all from out from under
I got
He
the
got thrown back. Yeah. When the Nexus exploded.
Yeah, I moved forward, then I
Okay.
got pushed back again.
Okay. But okay.
So if it's my turn again, I'll move again. Get out of it.
It's you again.
Okay. So yeah, seeing Elwyn, I will double move, I guess. Here.
Yeah, for flavor, she's shouting at you, but no one can hear anything. So.
Okay.
And then
And
Night Mantis.
yep, Night Mantis will also, I guess, double move. Maybe like here-ish, trying to get behind this rock.
Okay. All of you made it out in time before these rocks crashed down, and they are large chunks, whether from the chasm or from Erudition itself high above, you can't tell, but they crash down hard. You can tell that being under them would have been very bad. And Charm, one of them crashes pretty much right next to you.
Jesus.
Yep. But you all made it out. Who wants to go next?
Should we have Kashura help us too, or no? She just gonna
I don't think there's much Kishore can do.
get
I
them?
can make it to Vert now. We're still half movement, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I can make it to him. So I'm gonna, yeah. that
Outstretch hands.
was- No,
whatever
I'll just run right up to him and grasp your arm, and I'll cast Lesser Restoration on you,
Okay.
which will cure you of deafened,
Oh.
Oh, nice.
so you can hear now. And
Yeah,
I
somehow Elwyn's magic makes it so that above all the howling of wind, you can hear your friends, their cries, their calls. Incredible.
And I shout at you, even though I can't hear myself talking. You're the one that has to end this. Do it.
Yeah, Vert, please go next.
I already moved.
You
I
already
double
went for
moved.
this one.
Yeah.
You double moved.
I
Okay.
double moved
Yeah.
to get to Elwyn, so
All right, then I guess I'm gonna make 3 more attacks at disadvantage. I'm aiming for the one that Charm hit because I think Charm did more damage than I did.
Oh, I thought you guys were attacking
it's the same one.
Oh, were
Yeah.
we? Okay, yeah. Well, all right, then that one. It's bad. Oh, this will hit though. Dirty 20,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and then cocked. Does a 16 hit?
Just.
Cool.
That's its AC.
2 attacks. Oh my god! Stop rolling ones for damage.
I know.
Okay. That is 16 radiant damage.
Oops, I almost added 16 health to it. That's the opposite of what we
No!
want. That wing kind of like crumples inward a little bit. It looks hurt.
That's all I got.
I should have
Nice
been doing wing things against Vert and Elwyn, but we'll just start up again with Embers.
You don't need to do
Unnecessary.
that.
No.
No,
Ain't no fair.
fine.
Embers, can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Probably not. Okay. 13.
The air is sucked from your lungs, and you are now suffocating.
Oh boy.
What's your Constitution modifier?
+2.
+2. I'm just trying to load the suffocating rules. It's not loading. So I had a link to it. It's not working. Okay, we'll just search. There we go. When you run out of breath, you have a number of rounds equal to your Constitution modifier. After that, at the start of your next turn, you'll drop to 0 hit points. So very dangerous.
Yeah.
You can save against this again at the start of the next time you take a turn.
Okay.
Okay. And I think we
Okay.
just have Charm left for this round.
Yep. Okay,
And
I'm gonna
did Night Mantis go?
She did.
move,
Yeah.
double move. Okay, so I'm going to try to make my way over to Embers, I think. 10, 15. It's still difficult terrain, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then I'll try to attack that same wing at disadvantage. Okay, 17 plus 1 is 18 for the first one.
That's enough.
Right, let's roll to hit again. And that misses, so okay. So that's 8 damage plus my bees. 11 total.
That wing has arrow holes in it, singed from radiant light, and it's like crumpling in on itself. Definitely looking hurt. Charm, can you make a dexterity saving throw?
Well, I'm pretty good at those. I hope I didn't jinx myself. Okay, lucky one. Which one? Are you? 16 plus 6.
you made it.
22.
Mm-hmm. The wind tries to whip your bow out of your hand and send it flying across the room, but you barely manage to extend your fingertips and catch it in time.
Lucky I have all those extra ones to help.
All 20 fingertips. Okay, fresh round.
So-
Anyone can go.
I think Bert is going to, even though she can't hear him, yell and try and make some motions to Elwyn to point at Night Mantis and like do like a book thing with his hands, be like, "Help, Night Mantis!" And then he will resume his attempts to try and, make
Do
this
the
thing
thing.
portable. As simple as that sounds. No, natural 20! Yes!
Oh, snap! Okay,
Oh.
that's
Alright.
really good for you.
Yeah.
We
This is what I
needed something good to happen.
I know, I got a 20 and 18.
Oops, I just marked the wrong track.
Don't mark that one.
Did you
Yeah, I
say
just-
no natural 20?
Huh?
No
Accidentally
natural
marked
20?
the
I said,
That's what I
track.
heard,
That's
oh,
not
too.
natural
good.
20. I said, oh, not very
I also
similar.
heard no.
No.
Me too.
Some of
No
the
natural
runes-
20!
Some of the runes
Yeah.
that were previously engraved on the stone, and those stones are now everywhere, and like they're still covered in runes, but some of the runes that were on the stones are now floating in the air,
Oh,
just
shoot.
basically made of light and magic.
Okay.
And you get up into kind of a cluster of those and begin to disentangle basically like take the knot of magic that is built up there, this divine magic, and split it apart into its different component parts, weaving the strands into entirely new configurations. That was really good for you.
Yeah. All right.
You can feel that at this point you are very close
All
to
right.
having
3
this step
successes,
done.
guys.
Did Night Mantis go already?
No.
Okay, then I'm gonna.
You've got 4 successes because the natural 20 was 2.
Yes. Ellen's just gonna give kind of a reluctant look to Vert. She doesn't want to leave him, but she'll go up here and use the help action with
Okay.
Night Mantis to give her advantage.
Mhm.
Because I don't want to get rid of your enhanceability and guidance as concentration. So
Right,
help
yeah.
action it is.
Yeah.
So you can basically, I mean, what are you doing to help her? Are you...
Well, I will just basically try to be her eyes so that she can focus on the notes and stuff, keep an eye out for dangers. And
Are you like
and-
holding the book for her as well?
I mean, that's not what I was gonna do. More like so that she can have her nose down. I will keep an eye out and like try to like knock back like things or grab her.
Yeah,
and
there's
pull her out
little
of
bits
danger
of
or whatever.
debris and things like that are coming your way that
trying
you
to
can kind of bat out of the way with the staff.
Keep things out of her way so she can focus and
Perfect.
that kind of thing.
I need to make a move against both Vert and you.
Actually, can I roleplay moment?
Yeah.
Run to her and grab her arm like she did to me earlier in the fight and just make eye contact with her. And I know she can't hear me and I can't hear her, but I just kind of make eye contact with her and I just nod like, you've got this. You can do this.
Yeah, and she gives you one solemn nod back and then returns to her work.
Yeah. And that's when I start like keeping her safe, swirling my staff around like
Yeah.
badass. Yep.
So against Vert, can I have a dexterity saving throw?
I have
And
a
then from
question.
Elwyn? Yes.
Is this considered an attack? Because I still have mirror image up, and I forgot to mention that.
It's not an attack,
Dang it!
unfortunately.
Mirror image has
No.
never done anything for me. You want a dex save from me?
Yep. And then from Elwyn, I
Okay.
need a strength save.
Oh, that's pretty good. I was expecting a very low number, but that's a 17.
That's what you needed.
Yes.
Okay. Well, this is not going to go as well. I can already tell you.
Oh no.
Save. I mean, I have a -1 to my strength save, so here we go.
I hear you. Me too.
13.
13. Okay. There's a whirlwind that tries to, like with Embers before, whip you up into the air. And you, as with Embers, like you're not sure how high it was going to carry you, but you managed to like grab onto a piece of the Nexus and like hold on for dear life.
Okay.
And avoid getting caught up in it. Elwyn, you are pulled right up to the edge of the Nexus.
Great.
And as you get right up next to it, there is just pulsing magic right next to you. Basically, you are right in the inside of some of this Nexus material. You take 5 force damage.
Okay, and I will roll that concentration check too. I'm gonna have to burn my thing on my armor because that would have been
Probably
a
worth
failure.
it, though.
Yep.
For real.
Let's see. Reminder of how this works. I have 4 charges. I can expend 1 to succeed. So okay, so I've got 3 charges left.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah,
Pretty clutch, honestly.
Very clutch.
Pretty sharp.
It doesn't have any place to track that on D&D Beyond
No.
for some reason.
Is it an item? Not that it matters right now. It's pretty easy to keep track of just one thing, right?
I guess
So-
I can look for it, but I made a custom item and threw the
Got it.
info in here, but I
Got it.
can look for it later.
Who still
Can
has turns this round?
Night Mantis do her check?
She sure can. Yep.
Okay. I'll remind myself.
And she has advantage because of Elwyn's help.
Thank you, Elwyn. Ooh, and
Mhm.
she needed it too. That is a 22.
Okay.
What was the other roll?
I don't want to.
Okay, sure.
15.
Night Mantis, learning from her mistakes, more cautiously interacts with the runes and the stones, and instead of rushing to try and make big progress at once, she takes it slow, little by little, with Elwyn's help, kind of focusing in a way that she couldn't if Elwyn wasn't keeping things off of her back. Another success.
All right.
That's 5.
That's 5.
You need one more
Okay.
Oh my god.
All right.
for
Got
this
this.
step, and then there's a little bit more.
Oh no.
Got
Embers is gonna make 3 attacks. I think I haven't acted yet. I'm sort of lost track about.
You and
I
Charm
don't
have
think
not
you
done
have yet.
anything yet.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna make my attacks at disadvantage.
Boost
That's
initiative was a cool idea. Maybe it was a bad idea though.
I think
One-
it works. It's working. Yeah,
It's
I like
fine.
it.
We're keeping track.
1 miss, 1 success out of 25,
Okay.
and then that would have been a crit, but it was a 19 instead.
19 will hit.
Okay, so 2 hits, and that is going to be 19 radiant damage.
One of these wings retracts into the Nexus. The one
I
that
think-
you and Charm have been hitting.
Embers shouts at Charm, "Keep on it on!" but can't be heard.
Mm-hmm.
Well, seeing her speak, I'll turn on the telepathic link. What's up?
Keep going. We're making a dent.
Okay.
And I won't make a wing attack against Embers this time.
If you want to hit my mirror images, I wouldn't mind.
Well, I'm sure you wouldn't. So I think Charm, you're the last one for this round.
Okay. I want to get close to Embers. 1, 2, 3. Can get right next to the. Do you want me to attack or do you want me to heal? You said you want me to attack, so
Yeah.
We'll try again. 2 attacks at disadvantage. Nope, miss.
Miss and miss. Oh, just one. So
And then the lowest on that one is a 17, so it's an 18.
that'll hit.
Okay. Why don't I keep this dice out here? Ooh, okay, 5 plus. 5 plus 4. All right, so 9 damage with
Okay,
both.
and was that with the bees?
Yes.
That wing then. What haven't I done recently? I haven't done a push.
Oh wait,
recently.
at the start of my turn, I'm going to make a con. Was it a con
Oh,
save?
correct. Yes, because you're suffocating.
Yes. I don't think I could have even shouted.
No, you couldn't. But you still could have tried, and Charm could have initiated the telepathy. So
Yeah. That's a 7. So I think I have 1 round left.
good
Unless
call,
I save
Reload
at the start of my
Green.
next turn.
I'm going to put some kind of symbol on you to help us remember. Okay. Fresh round. Anyone can go.
Were you gonna
I'll
wing
go.
attack me?
Oh yes, I almost forgot.
Oh, okay.
I should have. I should have let it
Strength
go.
saving
But
throw. Strength
Don't
saving
remind
throw.
him. What are you doing?
I appreciate your honor, Melissa.
oh no! Bye, you
Goodbye,
lovely people.
Melissa.
It's nice knowing you. You said string. It's a 21.
Okay. This wind rushes out as one of these wings flaps, and it tries to throw you back, but you kind of clutch onto embers and just hold on with all 4 arms.
Get your feet.
I like how
She's flailing in the wind.
both of Melissa's characters are so strong, like so brutishly strong somehow. You know,
Just wait till Tuppence comes back and she's got a belt of
he's
giant
just like,
strength.
yeah, exactly. He has like the champion belt from like wrestling, like,
all
WWE.
arms.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All arms.
that'd be great. Oh my god.
Okay, now it's a fresh round.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do my check on Vert. Come on, please, 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 please. Okay, that's pretty good. 15 plus 8, 23.
That's enough.
Ah!
You feel the last piece of the puzzle click into place, and your modification takes. The seal that was holding back the Nexus lifts, but you have control of that lift. It's not wild and unbound. Now you can move it. It's portable. Now you can move it, which is the final step, the transfer.
All right.
To make this transfer, you need to be adjacent to the Nexus, and on one turn, make both an intelligence saving throw and a charisma saving throw. Both have to succeed. Nyadon can help you with one by giving you advantage, but not both.
Okay.
The other thing, your friends bring out the best of you. The more of your friends who are next to you, within 5 feet of you, when you make this saving throw, the higher your bonus.
Okay. So I think if I can, for the last part of my turn, I'll reach out to Charm telepathically and say, gather around me now. Get everybody.
I'm worried about Embers, though. I want to be here to save you if you go down.
I can do that though. You've seen me heal people from a distance. That's why it's a bonus action.
Okay.
So if she goes down, I got her.
Okay.
Vert, I need a strength saving throw.
No. Is this an attack?
Nope.
Oh no. It's an 8. It's so weak. Why am I not playing Zant again?
Oh no, where are you going? No!
No.
You are launched back by the wind.
Why?
Come back!
Ethan, no.
Why would
This
you
is
do
exactly
that?
what I envisioned when I planned that move.
No, why would you do that?
Ethan, you're so mean.
Sammy's upset with you.
So
The good news
mean.
is you don't strike anything, so you don't take any damage.
Okay.
So-
that's
Okay.
a good thing
Even
you
now, I
did.
can't damage Vert.
So, question: does that thing I have to do take an action, or is it just I?
I'm gonna say
No.
it doesn't.
Okay.
So yeah, if you can
I
double move up
back?
to the Nexus,
Yeah.
then it counts. But
And people have to be within 5 feet. You said.
they've got to be adjacent to you.
Okay. Okay.
Is this something that you can postpone, or do you have to do it on your next turn?
I think I
Like, can you just
postpone it.
like wait until?
Yeah,
people are
he
nearby?
can wait.
Yeah, we can wait.
Okay.
Only get one chance at it?
Nope. You've got
Oh,
multiple
okay.
chances.
Okay.
But there's still consequence for failure. So.
Okay.
Okay,
Man,
who's
it's
next?
It's gonna take forever to get over there, though, because look at all. I can't go directly across. All the stuff in the
Well,
way
You could
now.
try.
Well,
Let's see.
You
I
could like
wanna
try to leap
say-
across the stones to get across.
Are we
if you wanted
still?
to.
Are we still like half
Oh.
movement?
Yep.
Even though Vert's controlling. Oh, he's controlling the seal, but not the winds.
Mhm.
So that's what's happening. Okay.
Once he's made the transfer, it will stabilize, and he'll have control over it.
Okay. I don't want to move too far away from Embers, but as long as I'm within 60 feet, I think I can bring her back up. And I see that she's struggling over there, so I'm gonna stay somewhat close, but I can move here, I believe. Yeah, and I'm still within range. I would like to use my action to create ice kind of shield barrier to block the wind. Kind of in this. Let me see if I can just
Draw a little
something
square?
real dumb. Like it's 10 foot, so it would have to be kind of like maybe like this. Like a blast shield or
I see.
something
Okay.
that's like to kind of block the wind, so from the ground using my staff to create the ice object. And I'm kind of going to wave Bert over to stand behind it to try and keep him from getting blasted around some more.
Cool.
That's what I'm doing.
So wait. Oh, okay. The grapple launcher that Nine Pandas has, she can't grab people and pull them, right?
I will look at that in just a second. I just need to decide what to attempt with Elwyn here.
Okay.
Let's have a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. I was hoping the shield would help eliminate the need for me to make saves.
The problem is the wind is everywhere in the chamber, going all directions.
Sure. Yeah, that's a natural one.
I'll give you advantage on it, though, for the...
Good, because that was a natural one.
I was saying it before you said natural one. I want that on the record. Because of the shield.
Oh, a natural one. This is not that much better, though. This is 13.
Okay. Yeah, you are now pulled 10 feet into the air by the whirlwind.
Cool. Well, I placed a shield.
And you can make that save at the start of your turn again.
Okay.
Okay. So you were asking about Night Mantis's grapple launcher?
Yeah, I was wondering if I could grab either Charm or Embers with it and
It's
pull
not
them.
the typical use, but I'd say you can give it a try.
Well, it is also like a ranged thing, probably, so it's probably not going to work very well with the winds everywhere, but I don't know. Do you think it's worth trying? Do you guys
Yeah,
want
have her make a like an attack, but a disadvantage.
it? Yeah, okay. I mean, that would be one way to kind of get one of you over here. Can Embers, like, move really quickly towards us?
Do Embers, because I have an idea.
Okay, well, at the start of my turn, I need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
This is +2. Does 16 work?
It's one shy.
Oh, no.
No.
Okay.
So you are officially fully out of air.
At the start of my next turn, I'm going to drop it to 0.
You drop. Yep.
But
And
you can-
I hate to say this, Ellen's plan is not going to work because I can't regain hit points until I can breathe again. Yeah, I think Charm sees Embers really struggling to breathe, just like as she creeps forward, seeing Vert beckon everybody.
Mm-hmm.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a full movement. Actually, I can do better than that because I haven't moved in a while, so I can use Feline Agility to get over to Elwyn.
Perfect.
I hate to be the bummer person, but weren't you in the air?
I was not.
Yeah, Embers was released when the
Okay.
Nexus exploded.
Oh, okay, good.
Yep.
So what's
So
Charm
no
gonna
bummer
do?
there.
Okay. I need to find the stats for this so I know how they work. I can't find them. Charmer's gonna pull a patch off of her robe, and when she puts it on the ground, 2 riding horses appear.
Oh, that's amazing.
Okay.
But I need to find their stats.
Well, you find stats. I will find a horse.
Would it be under
I have it right here. Because it's something I can wild shape into.
That's what I was gonna say. Is it under the wild shape stats?
Well, they're just normal. So I don't have their mental stats, but I have their physical stats.
Oh, that's a premium asset. That's not what I want. I want from the web. Here we go.
But you can probably just look for it on. Just search for it.
That horse is real scrunched. There we go.
Can you make it a little longer? I want to see what it looks like.
No, that's the length of a horse.
Okay, fine.
and I will give control of them to Charm.
Okay,
That's
I just need
amazing.
to know how much they can move.
They're 60 feet. But it would be
Okay.
half to 30, right?
All right. Well, that's more than I can do. Okay,
Great.
so
You should be able to
I'll-
control them now.
So yeah, I'm gonna get on the back of one of them and then have the other one follow me. So let's just tromp right through here. Oops.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Right there? 30?
So that would be its movement, and then since it technically has its own turn, it can take an action to dash as well.
Okay. So it gets 30 more.
Mm-hmm.
5, 10, 15. Where are you going to wind up, Vert? You want to be close to the Nexus, but it doesn't really have a wall anymore. So
Yeah,
where should I? I'll just be by Night Madness.
just I guess by Elwyn. I'm gonna probably end up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll just go right there in front.
Yeah. That'll work.
Okay. 5,
Vert does have to be like within 5 feet of the Nexus, which is
Is that
kind of
Is
a
that gonna
loose
work?
term at this
Can we-
point.
shuffle a little bit, or like, because Elwyn's in the air, right?
Right.
So can I
So
just
you
take
could-
her square?
That's true. You could. Yep.
Is that close enough?
That would do it.
So I guess Night Mantis will try and grappling hook Vert
Okay.
then. So
Um,
maybe
Before you do that, though, I need to do something against Charm with the wind.
Do you know?
I do. Have a strength saving throw.
Still, I thought he
shoot.
was controlling it.
Not yet.
All
We're getting there.
sorry. Trying.
right. So that's 18 plus. I have 4, I think. So 22.
Oh my
I'm rolling
Uh,
really well with that dice. I
22,
love
okay. Yeah, the wind tries to pull you in towards the Nexus, but you kind of, rear back on your horse and hold onto the reins and, yeah, stay where you are.
I just imagine her muscles rippling instead.
Well,
I'm
she's
way
a
too
wily
strong.
kind of sticky thing anyway, but this looks like swirling wind. Maybe that's helping. I don't know.
Okay, so for Night Mantis's grapple, I need a ranged attack at disadvantage.
Sure. Let's try it. Okay, that's pretty good actually. Hopefully he doesn't have to hit my AC. That would be awkward. But its lowest roll is an 11. Plus, using the hunting rifle stats, I guess all of them are a plus 8. So that would be a 19.
19. What is Vert's AC?
No, don't do this to me. I can't hit myself. I can't. No one can hit Vert.
Nope, not even Night
21.
Mantis. It seems.
21.
The grappling hook gets whipped around in the wind.
Yeah.
Ineffectual.
Dang, I could have had it in my mirror image. Okay.
You could try and have it hit your mirror
No,
image
I
if
don't
you
want
want.
to. I don't want to. No. Okay, well, in any case, she's basically going to, like, 1, 2, 3, I guess move. 2. Oh God. Could she actually do that? What's her movement? 'Cause I need her to move like here,
Yep.
but she only has
She's got 30.
30, so she would have to go like. So are those ice things
It's like 5 feet tall,
solid?
10 feet tall.
The ice wall that I created is 10 feet tall. To
Yeah,
try and it's kind of arced to create a shield. So
she'd be hard pressed to get over that.
So maybe she can go like here. That be, and if I take Elwyn's square, that'd be okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah. Kind of
All
hops on the horse with charm.
Well, not intentionally. Maybe just like next to the horse.
Yeah.
But
that's fine.
then, if it's top of the round again, then I'm gonna move. Try the thing.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna do my full movement, and I'll just be in this square.
Underneath Elwyn.
Yep, she's above. But then I have all my friends around me, and I'm ready to do these saving throws.
Okay. For each friend that you have, which
gosh.
is 1, 2, 3, 4,
Does
looks
the horse
like
count?
the horse does not count. You get
You
a
just met
plus
this
1 to
horse.
this roll, to both rolls.
Sorry, what was that, Ethan?
You get a plus 1 for each ally.
Okay, on top of my other bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna
And
have 9
it
on
is
top
a-
with the charisma save.
Makes sense.
Okay.
So you get advantage on that one. And
Okay.
Nyadon kind of rumbles in the back of your head and says, "It is time, Vertinor. Let us master this nexus."
Let's do this. And here we go. Oh, natural 20 on the first one.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Got him.
You and Nyadon extend your force of will towards the seal that you have made portable and begin to pull it into the construct, that
Right.
this body that you forged for it.
And now for the charisma.
And now you just
Advantage.
need to anchor it.
Anchor. Oh, I needed that real bad. That was a 2 on the bad one. Okay, so +4 again. So I got a 19.
You pull it and pull it and pull it, and you attempt. It was the charisma one that didn't make it.
No,
That last one?
It made it. No, it made it.
It didn't
19's
quite.
good enough. No, 19 has to be good enough. No.
Oh, it's so close.
No.
You
Triple 20.
attempt by force of will to bind it to your structure,
Dang it.
and it just doesn't quite take.
Dude. Okay. Well, that's cool.
I will mark another failure.
No, don't do that.
The
we use Nyadon stat block instead of mine for that one?
nope, he gives you advantage.
Wait, this is a saving throw, right?
yes.
I have the... Hang on, I think I have something for this.
You do, don't you?
I do. I'm going to use it. Let me
It's
find
the
it.
it's
Shadowed
Nyadon's
Symbiote.
thing.
So, when you fail a saving throw, you can choose to have your symbiote expend one of your hit die to roll and add to the number of saving throw, potentially turning into a success. Can I do
You
that?
only need one.
Oh my god.
Boom! Got it.
DC
Roll
was
it
20.
anyway. Roll it anyway just to
Okay,
see what
fine.
you get.
So the hit die I have is a D8, I believe, right? Or Artificer. Sorry, let me check. I don't know where it's listed. I think if
It's
I
in
take
your
a-
short rest.
It
if you click on
is.
that.
It is a D8. Okay, so does it get the? It doesn't get the. It's just the dice.
No, just
Yeah,
the
okay.
dice. Yep.
6. So it's a 25.
You feel it slipping, and in that moment where you are unable to push it in that last little bit into the construct and exert your will of it, Nyadon roars in your head. No! And you feel he, on your behalf, latches it into place, and then his consciousness envelops it, integrates with it, controls it. And the winds begin to die down. The light from the
Dragon's
substance of Nexus all flows into the construct. The runes, all, even those that were floating in the air and those that are on stone, kind of detach from their current positions and rush to surround and latch onto the construct, this dragon, and the glowing light begins there. And now, the only lights at the bottom of this now windless chamber, embers, air rushes back into your lungs. The only lights in the bottom of this chamber come from the softly glowing portal, and this medium, this kind of person-sized dragon construct that freaks its head to look towards the group of you.
Do I fall on top of Vert?
You do.
Important questions.
You do fall on top of Vert.
I receive you.
Dex save to catch me.
You want to do that? Is that what we do?
Sure, do what you
All
want.
right. It's not going to go
So
well.
romantic.
It's not very romantic. If the DC was higher than a 6, it's really not romantic because I rolled a 4.
So it's not a like castle in the sky, Laputa,
That's
like
not what I
kind of
wanted.
gentle catch. It's like a crash and everyone bites the
Yeah.
dust.
Just me,
Got it.
probably. Yeah, I think Vert's already like collapsing, and then you just splat on top of it.
Splat.
Yeah. Now we're just a pile.
Kashura tentatively makes her way towards you as well. What would you like to do?
Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna try and take stock of the room, everybody, all my friends,
I look up.
the dragon. Yeah.
I look up.
You look up. It is blackness above, but you don't see...
Daylight is still active, bitch.
Right, okay, what was the range for daylight again?
Not that far, but it's still active.
Okay, you see daylight above.
It's it sheds bright light for
nice.
60-foot radius is a bright light, and then an additional 60 feet
Okay.
is dim light. So
Yeah, you see daylight above, and beyond that, blackness, bitch. But no more rocks falling this direction.
Oh,
that's
beautiful.
basically what I wanted to know. Like, are there any more big chunks of rock falling?
Yep. Another failure, and there would have been rocks falling, but
Oh boy.
What of the creature that was trying to escape the Nexus? What is happening there?
oh yes, I should have described that.
Mhm.
that. When the seal latched onto the construct and all of the Nexus's energy began to rush into the dragon's body and latch to that, the wings, the creature that was attempting to emerge, like all of you see this scaled bird-like head of like a hawk or an eagle, some kind of bird of prey, try to break free in just like the last brief moment before this nexus is sealed within the construct. But failing that, it pulls the wings in, and all of the energy just latches into the construct, and the thing disappears.
So
Okay.
disappears as in like there's no more like liquid thing going on with the Nexus.
Mhm.
The runes are all kind of dimming, like
They're still, like, the runes are still glowing, but they're all now attached to the dragon.
mhm.
So it is now covered in all of these runes. And the dragon, in between, like, the plates and pieces of the constructs, there's a glowing kind of white, yellowish energy, just like was in the Nexus, but it is
Okay.
seeping out from within the, the construct itself now. And it seems controlled.
So can this construct communicate with everybody now, or still just Bert?
That's a good question. It now turns to look at you, all of you. This dragon-like creature moves its claws and looks at the group of you. It doesn't have eyes per se, but its head kind of swivels as if it's taking you in.
Sorry, refresh my memory because it's been a minute, but do I know that Nyadon was the candidate for this, or that I know Vert kind of made that decision in the last minute by himself? And I know that I'm the only one in the party that actually knows about Nyadon.
Yep.
So, did you tell me about it when we were talking? I can't remember. Or was that even before he had put himself up as the candidate? I can't remember. Refresh my memory.
I don't remember if we talked about it.
Because we had a chance to chat before everything went down, but
I mean,
I don't think you told me.
whether you did it on screen or not, I will leave it up to you, Zach, now, if you wanted to have told Elwyn that you'd come to that decision.
I think, yeah, I probably would have told her that that was one of the options that we were considering.
Okay. Well, and considering the fact that it was not bound to you.
You can assume that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just kind of walk up next to Vert and take your hand and look at you kind of nervously, but kind of like, is this what I think it is kind of expression?
Vert's kind of actually pretty excited, like a he's like, we did it type of thing. And so yeah, he's like, yeah, this is
Does he
it.
feel any different without that extra sense?
We wouldn't even know to ask that question.
I know, I'm just curious.
I don't know, Vert, do you try to reach into your mind and communicate with Nyadon?
Yeah, I think once I've scanned the room and there's like, we're all kind of able to take a second to relax and everyone's okay and stuff, then yeah, I'll address the mechanical dragon
Elephant
construct.
in the room?
No, dragon in the room. And I'll try and communicate with it.
You try and do it sort of telepathically like you would have before?
Sure. Start with
Okay.
that. It's familiar.
So then my question for you, Zach the player, is how much of the connection do you want to be preserved? Is it now that he has a body, he's completely severed from you?
No.
No? Okay.
Because he said in the last session, my mind is yours or something,
Mm-hmm.
which means if he wants that to be the case, then I think we still need to have a connection.
Okay.
Um,
Then yeah, you
I don't
feel
know how
the
much.
familiar
yeah, how much?
feel the familiar connection there.
Sure, okay. Do I need to pick like a percentage or
No,
something?
we
or
can
is
talk
it just
about that later.
Okay.
We can talk about it later.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll think to him in the normal knocking on the door type of conversation starter.
Yeah.
be like,
The dragon turns towards you and
Yeah.
kind of stretches its wings and says, "This is such power."
Oh, fuck.
yeah.
Wait, out loud or just in Vert's mind?
Telepathically to Vert, because that's how Vert reached out.
Yep.
Well, I'm assuming this is your agenda is getting fulfilled.
Kind of nods its head. There is more power here than I can access at this moment. But I think through work and study, we will be able to turn this into a dangerous weapon for our enemies.
I hope so.
Elwyn just looks at Vert expectantly, waiting for an explanation. As he's completely in his head for the past, 3 minutes.
3
While
minutes.
we're all just like,
Not 3
what's going on, buddy?
Yeah.
While this telepathic conversation
Well,
is happening
since
and
the end of the
it's
fight-
silent in the chamber, like the horse whinnies a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
We're all
Ember's
just
is like
waiting.
Ember's is like kind of limping over to where Kashura is.
Actually, I do, in all seriousness, want to, I think, probably cast Healing Word on Charm and Embers. Because you guys look like you're getting pretty rough.
Thank you.
Yeah, so in that minute that Vert is kind of
Mhm, mhm.
in his own head. So we've got... Oh, nice, max. 8 points for Embers.
Thank you.
And... Max, 8 points for Charm.
Oh shoot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I'm saving one for emergency. How is Night Mantis looking? I feel like she's
Oh.
all right.
She's
Alright.
looked worse. She's looked
She's
better.
looked worse,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Well, I can always move over and do a healing on her too.
You want
I
me
have cure
to
wounds.
get off the map as well?
Yeah, we don't need to be on the map anymore. Yep.
So, yeah, I guess when we're starting to patch up, then Bert will kind of brush off his pants and stuff and group up around everyone and kind of just nod his head. Be like, well, we did it. We stopped the Nexus. We contained it in this new construct.
This new construct is what? Finish your
The construct kind of creaks on its feet.
Yeah. Yeah, so this construct...
So this is something that, like, what you used to have in Bogma, you said?
Yes. This is similar to one of the guardians that Vogma had that defended it before, the Empire took over.
Yeah, and Night Mantis she kind of like sat down on the ground after all of that and just like laid back and took like a bunch of deep breaths, but now she kind of stands up again, and she goes over to stand next to Vert and kind of pats him on the back, and she says, I don't think we've quite achieved artifice on the same scale of what the ancient artificers in Vogma did.
Well,
surely they were working under less hostile conditions.
I was just going to say the same thing.
Yeah.
And there were more of them, I'd assume. But still, an incredible thing. And she kind of gives Vert a praising nod.
At the very least, this is the end of Erudition's troubles with the winds. And, we'll have to just see how to further utilize this power of this Nexus as it's contained. But as of right now, it's no more threat to us.
At the mention of Erudition, Elwyn will look up again and say, we probably ought to get back. I'm worried what that explosion did to the city. Those big chunks of rock that fell on us.
Yeah. Yeah, we should come up with a plan for getting back. We'll look over at the...
Does this thing climb?
Does it? I mean, well, we don't have the winds buffeting us anymore, so we have our own means of traveling upwards. That's available now. Aside from that, and points at the little what's it called?
Yeah.
Apparatus.
Embers can climb. I can climb.
Yep.
We can put a couple people in the apparatus, and maybe if this construct that you've created still maintains the ability to climb on surfaces like the construct that we rode down in does, then
as you're talking about that, it fully unfurls those metal wings of it, and they glow with all of the runes on it glow with that kind of whitish, yellowish energy, and it flaps the wings, and there's a powerful burst of air downward, and it takes flight.
Well, that solves that problem.
Is it strong enough to carry somebody?
Yeah, one of y'all can maybe...
It could try.
Like a horse or two?
Not a horse or two.
These horses live here now.
Yeah, they belong here now.
Then if that's the case, I'm going to send them through the portal.
Why?
Why not?
No.
Should we take care of this
down
thing?
here?
Should we take care of this thing before we leave? Destroy it or something?
Well,
Destroy
right now,
what? Sorry?
The portal?
Let's ask Kashura about that. I'll look at Kashura.
Embers is over by Kashura.
Yeah, Embers earlier was walking that direction, so
okay.
we'll pause there for a second so that Embers can talk to Kashura a little bit. Embers, as you're limping over, Kashura is basically she's kind of like in a resting squat up against the shell that holds this portal, and she looks your direction as she sees you coming, and I wouldn't say it's a grin or a smile, but there is an upward twinge to her lips as she sees you coming this direction. Let me get some music, some good music here. There we go.
So what now?
I was going to ask you the same question. I don't know. I didn't plan this.
I mean, what I wanted was for you to be able to do what you needed to do and not be under their thumb anymore. And that's happened.
Yeah, I don't know if you could even say that I'm completely out from under their thumb. There's certainly still things that they have that hold sway over me, but she kind of stands up and stretches. I do feel more free than I've felt in a long time. I don't know what my next move is. I don't know if I can take the next step with you. And she steps closer to you and looks you in the eyes and says, Embers, I wasn't lying. I was ready to kill you.
I know.
Would you really work with someone like that?
Sure, I'm beating myself up a little bit over not extending the same courtesy to Cephalosk. I had the chance and my temper got the best of me. I said a stupid snide thing when I could have reached out. But it's never too late. Ever, ever, ever.
I don't know if I believe that just yet, but the fact that you made me want to is, I think, the reason we're standing here right now.
You're welcome to come with us if you want, but really it's whatever you want.
She glances over towards the group, and I think her eyes land on Elwyn specifically, and she says, are you sure that they'd be okay with that?
Elwyn's alright with it. Charm's alright with it. I haven't really discussed this with Vert too much, but 3-1, right?
Okay. Like I said, I didn't plan this, so I don't really know what else to do just yet. It might be that I'll come with you for a little while, and once I have a plan, I'll leave to do that. But until then, I'll stick with you.
All right, come on. We got a lot of climbing to do, and I think Vert broke our rights.
She looks up. Okay, all right, let's go.
All right, Embers, and actually, I think before we leave, Embers just halts and looks back at the portal. Is it still active?
It is still active.
What is through there?
She turns and looks back towards it and says, Embers, this whole thing, this league, it's on a larger scale than I think you realize. Step through the portal. I've got you.
All right, Embers says, all right, if you got me, then step through the portal.
She grabs onto the back of your shirt before you step through it. Mm-hmm. Embers, at first you think nothing has happened because you were in darkness before, and you're in darkness after. But the directionality of the glow from the portal shifts, right? You were facing into the glow, and now the glow is behind you. And you look around. Make a perception check.
Okay.
Space.
18.
No.
18? It takes you a moment to realize it, but you're actually not standing on anything. In fact, you are totally floating, like free in the void. And as you look around, you are in space.
I was just joking.
Nope. You can see stars in the far distance. You can see massive orbs circling around what is the sun in the far distance. You can see these large chunks of rock forming a like an asteroid belt around, separating the inner and outer parts of what is the solar system of your planet. And retreating in the distance from the shell that holds the other side of the portal, you see what I think you saw before in Thymir. You see a ship formed of living flesh and carapace and shell, like a giant nautilus squid, but with decks, and you see cannons and trebuchets and all sorts of weaponry on these decks. It is retreating into the distance from this shell portal that you are in. And before you get a chance to look around for too long, because you start to realize your air is getting a little thin, the hand pulls you back.
Again.
And you stumble back through the other side of the portal.
Again. For the second time in like 10 minutes.
And when you're brought back through the portal, Kashura says, "It's not just this world, Embers." And she points up. They're up there, and they're powerful, but they have powerful allies too.
Yeah. Well, listen, they got a league, but we're putting one together too.
Yeah, she nods kind of slowly and says, "Yeah, if I didn't believe that a little, I wouldn't be here, so sure." And she kind of gives you a weak smile.
All right, and I'll go walk back to rejoin the rest of the group.
As you walk back, you hear Elwyn being like, "What should we do about that thing? Should we destroy it?"
Kashura kind of walks up, and you can see that she's like nervous to approach the group. But as you ask that question, she looks at you, and she's got like a hard expression on her face. And she just says, "You could, but it won't last long now that Cephalosk has abandoned it."
It won't last long, meaning he'll come back and destroy it too.
She shakes her head.
He was on his way out. He's left. I saw it.
It's tied to him psychically, and once he puts enough distance between himself and it, which he will after the beating you just put him through, it'll fade, and he can't reconnect it.
So we don't have to worry about it. That's actually good news. We need a little bit more of that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, how many people can ride on top of this dragon construct thing?
Probably just one, but people could also hold on to the apparatus at this point, because there's really no detriment to being on the outside of it now.
That's true.
So especially if like Vert and Night Mantis took, the remaining pieces of the old apparatus and like made handholds and things on the outside of the apparatus. Between that, Embers climbing and Elwyn climbing, you'll be able to get up.
Yep.
More horses. Can anybody teleport them up?
We're only level 5.
I am absolutely spent. Also,
just put him back in your coat or whatever.
I mean, if we want to hang out down here for an hour, I can turn into a giant spider and but why would I need to do that? Because also you can just use the tether from the apparatus and carry one up.
That's true.
Oh
That's
yeah.
true. You could carry
Yeah.
one with the tether from the apparatus.
What is the horse going to do in Erudition?
We can take it.
Take it
Walk
with
it back
us.
up to the. How long do they? Is it a real horse? I didn't even look at it yet.
It is.
It
Yeah?
endures.
And if
It
we
just-
have rope, we could probably just bring both of them up
All
that
right,
way.
let's
You can
try
make 2
and-
trips easily.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, that.
So
So yeah, I guess with the all the spare materials and repair kits, and with the salvaging the other one, and then I also have mending. We'll just Night Mantis and Vert will just start kind of making those repairs and additions to the remaining, vehicle, so that we can make those trips.
this isn't the vibe I wanted. Sorry. We'll go for this one. Yep. So you were able to, between all of your various skills and the apparatus, modified by Night Mantis and Vert, make your way up the chasm wall. When you get up past the boundary of the daylight, those of you who have dark vision can make a perception check.
Natural fucking 20.
Boom.
Snap.
21.
Shoot.
Oh snap! Okay.
Not natural 21.
So that's a 26 total.
14.
11.
Do we all have dark
Um,
vision?
I have the goggles, so I do
Oh, right, right.
too.
All of you witness the basic details here, which is that something did change up here while you were down there. It looks like one of the stalactites, probably one of the smaller ones, was torn loose entirely at some point during that event. But there is, spanning the width of the chasm, a massive web, just strands that are, 5 feet thick, of web crisscrossing the chasm horizontally, that seems to have caught that stalactite before it fell too far down. It was probably pieces of that were the large chunks that fell down on you. What everyone else notices, or those of you who got the higher scores, so I'd say Elwyn and Embers, you see that there are also strands of web connecting all of the remaining stalactites, the ones that are still hanging, to each other, and on kind of both sides of the chasm itself, high above, where there were tunnel exits that come out into the chasm and provide an entrance to this city, or did before the bridges collapsed. You can see that webs have spanned that chasm, and it looks like people are standing on the ledges at the the very edges of the chasm and looking down. So it looks like while you were gone, people were evacuating.
Great.
I
That's what you
think,
notice.
yeah, I think that when Elwyn sees this, she just smiles without really meaning to. It's like a weight is lifted a little bit.
Where do you want to go?
I want to
Up,
go.
or preferably.
Yeah.
Up.
Well, once we're up, once we're climbed up, I want to go to that central area. We've never. I don't think. At least I have never gotten a chance to sleep at that nice inn.
Oh yeah.
Well, first things first, I want to find what's her butt.
Shava?
Shava.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Java.
Shava.
Shava is how I've been saying it.
Yes.
Severe.
Okay. Yeah, as the apparatus kind of comes level with, the ledge where people were evacuating to, and you can see, now that you get to this point, you can see that there are people who hadn't yet evacuated, who are kind of still within the spires now, looking down from their perspective. But a good chunk of the people are now clustered on this ledge and back into the tunnel leading up to Erudition. And I guess surprising no one, one of the people shepherding them out was Shava. So you bring the apparatus up, and she is basically standing there on the ledge, but her appearance has changed a little bit. Her, kind of like midnight purplish skin is now crisscrossed with spiderweb-like strands of gold that glow a little bit faintly. Not like all over her head or anything like that, but you can see it kind of at the ends of her arms, poking out from her robes, and like coming up onto her neck a little bit. And she is standing there at the edge, waiting for you as you disembark from the apparatus.
Yeah, well, I just climbed up with my feet, so spider climb for the win.
Right.
Embers was also climbing.
Yep. So
How did Kishore get up?
Probably clinging to the apparatus.
Okay.
I mean, there's room
I don't
for
think she
3
has a
people
climb speed.
inside, so
Okay.
like it could have been like
I was
Bert,
just
Night
curious.
Mantis, and Kashura.
Well, there's room for 2 inside.
2.
Oh, 2, sorry.
And-
we
and
had
two
we
and
had
another
3, but
one.
it was very full. Sorry.
Mhm.
I mean, so Embers, here's the question: if you had to princess carry Kashura or Charm, who would be
no.
your pick?
Ooh, do I have to make that choice now?
Ooh.
With enhanced
well-
ability, you could have both. Just saying.
I didn't have
Probably
an extra
be-
spell slot, so
I'd actually be probably on the outside of the apparatus, clinging to helping the horses. So
All right. Well, there you go.
there, you're off the hook.
So yeah, you could have, if you wanted to, carried Kashura.
Well, it would have been more piggyback style, wouldn't it?
Yeah, she would have been a bit
Climbing.
reluctant about it, but would have climbed up.
I don't think that happened.
Okay. Yeah, then she was on the apparatus with Charm.
Helping carry the horses up.
Yep.
Yeah, so I mean, Elwyn will basically, as soon as we crest the top of the chasm, we'll be looking out for Shava, and if she sees her, she'll kind of run over and just say,
in spider form.
No. She was using spider climb. So she's
Oh, I
in
see.
her-
Right.
She doesn't have any wild shapes left or any magic left, and she's got a level of exhaustion. So she basically just looks absolutely spent. But she runs over and kind of maybe is supporting herself on her staff a little bit more than she normally does. But she just says, "The winds are quelled. It's safe to go home now. We did it.
Yeah, Shava,
Looks like you've had some help here too."
she tries to like put both hands on your shoulders if you'll let her.
Yeah.
Because if you'll remember, she's kind of like weirdly tall and a little bit
Extremely weirdly,
gangly.
yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
She puts her arms or her hands on your shoulders, and she kind of looks down at you, and she says, "Lady Elwyn Amelos,
Before you praise me too much, it really wasn't me. It was my friends. I just got them down there."
Either way, I feel I somehow owe you an apology for not putting more faith in you and your group.
It's fine.
As you can see, the vote came back. Our laws have changed, and she nods and she says, "Well,
It's a good thing, too.
through me, we asked for a little bit of help, and we got it."
It's a good thing too, considering she kind of gestures towards the stalactite that fell. That could have been
yeah.
disastrous.
She grimaces and says, "Luckily, we started with the outside ones, and that one's on the..." She kind of like points outward. It was on the outside, and I think it's the one that had fallen previously and was caught by a web, so it was already weakened. But we started there, and No one was harmed when that fell.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. How is the structural integrity of the rest of the stalactites? Is it going to take a bit of rebuilding?
She glances outward and kind of turns her back to you a little bit as she surveys it, and she just says, "They'll hold for now. The Erudite Collective has some excellent alchemists. I think you met
Yeah.
Scholar... I can't remember their name.
Names are so hard.
Dolil?
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
I think you met Scholar Dolil. I'm sure they can whip up some sort of alchemical compound to help with the structural integrity. We'll figure it out."
Great. Great. Is there anything else you need from us today, or is
She
there a place
laughs.
that we can Rest?
Ember's like "Hmm."
She's kind of like wavering on her staff a little
Yeah,
bit.
no, Shava laughs, like actually laughs and says, "Elwyn, no, you've done quite enough. I would encourage you and your friends to rest. We can
Right.
always talk more after you've recovered from what was clearly a trying ordeal."
Right. Thank you. She just kind of wobbles a little bit. Very sleepy. Like when you stay up all night and it doesn't hit you until it hits you, and then you're like, oh, fuck. Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of where Elwyn's at right now. Just like, oh my god, what have
Yep.
I done?
She just kind of looks you in the eye and says, "Rest well, knowing that you and your friends changed minds and saved lives here today. People would have been lost if not for your help casting the vote. Your persuasion, the faith you inspired in the people."
She nods. Doesn't seem to be able to muster any further response.
Yeah, she calls over to just like a random drow who seems to be attending her, who kind of comes over, and she basically instructs that drow to, if you want, she won't force you to, but like if you want, to take you to nice accommodations.
Yeah, I think we're all down for that.
Okay. And then if there's not anything else anyone wants to do in this moment,
I was considering going to Ingenuity, but I can do that after we rest.
there will
Yeah,
be
like
time.
how many of the
Yep.
people are just out of the city? Did they all evacuate?
Not
'Cause it might
entirely,
take-
no.
Some time to get people back into their homes and
If you try to do
Yeah.
that, Shava will attempt to persuade you to just rest.
go rest. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's do that first. We can
And she
visit
says,
people later.
leave this to me and the other people of Erudition. We can reverse evacuate on our own. And the drow who was appointed by Shava will lead you to the Eloquence Spire. You kind of have to cross a bridge of one of the made of those giant webs. Fortunately, they don't seem to cling to you, so you're able to cross
They wouldn't
them.
cling to me anyway.
They wouldn't. That's true. And so you're able to cross over to the Eloquence Spire, and the drow shows you into a tavern/inn that has a sign that says "The Fancy Flumph." There's no one there running it right now, but the drow assures you that they will get everything taken care of, and basically just finds you a free set of rooms up there.
That's great.
and then kind of leaves you in peace with the knowledge that this will be taken care of. When you wake up in the morning, you can go about your business, do what you want. Yep. What would you like to do?
Fall asleep.
Sleep.
Fall asleep.
I do want to have a chat with Bert before we sleep, though.
Okay. Then we
Yeah.
will end with that for tonight. So you want to have your chat, I will get you some music, but this will be the last scene for tonight, and then we will call a close on this.
What happened down there? What actually happened? I couldn't hear a thing.
We contained the Nexus inside of the construct.
Bert, please. Don't insult my intelligence, please. It's been a long day.
I mean, yeah, that's what happened, but and then part of Nihedon is the one controlling the construct.
I saw your face change. What did he tell you? What did you see?
I saw a memory of Stratos destroying his home as well. And that was enough
For what?
for us to make a decision that it makes sense for him to have the construct instead of me. I think we're on the same side.
So you trust him with this power that we don't understand?
I feel like I had to. I mean, we understand some of it, at least, enough of it.
I mean, the last time we talked about it, we didn't really understand him either.
Yeah, I mean, he's been sharing, well, I've been seeing and he's been sharing things with me.
I trust you. So whatever you decide, I'll support you, but you also taught me to be a little bit more, I don't want to say suspicious, but a little smarter about things like this. My own connections with these entities we don't understand. I just want to make sure you're taking the same precautions.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like both of us are kind of stepping into the unknown a little bit, aren't we? With, the Weaver and now with Nihedon.
I didn't just hand the Weaver a nuclear bomb.
Because we know what that is in this fantasy world. I didn't either.
Don't be smart.
I mean,
you know what I meant.
He gave me enough confidence that I was still in control. So.
Is he who's controlling that thing you built? Is that what's happening?
So.
Do you think we'll be able to interact with him?
I guess I don't want to just make something up without Ethan's consent, but from what I understand, it's
Well, what does Vert think?
Vert thinks he's gonna say, I think he has control. He has some independence with that construct, but I still hold sway over him.
Okay.
Is that? It's kind of new to me too. I'm not really.
It makes sense. I just want you to be careful because this makes me very nervous.
Oh, and it wasn't an easy decision for me, also in the moment either. And I had to have him.
That, and I know that we didn't really have a choice.
I had to have him convince me, and that's when he showed me that memory, because I was going to do it. Because I didn't fully trust him either until we had that. You that minute or whatever to come to a consensus.
I understand.
So
Just be careful, okay?
likewise.
The last thing I want is for him to take advantage of you.
We'll be okay.
All right. That's it.
Okay.
Go to bed.
Everyone finds their rooms. And lays down in to bed to get a nice long rest. There is sound and of activity outside as people are coming back into the city who evacuated it, but none of that bothers you as all of you exhausted find rest. And we'll pick up there next week. Thank you guys for playing. Thank you to everyone who came to watch. We'll be back with more of this Monday, 7 p.m. Pacific time, and I hope to see you then.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.